All right, welcome to our recording. Have you received your booster? Tonight, we're going to talk about boosting your immune system naturally. And I have a wonderful partner in health, in this health industry that I love to teach with. She is a regular teacher with me because she is part of my Doterra team. We work together in this awesome company of Doterra, and I love her so much. She is a single mom um, of four beautiful children. She's a widower. Is that okay if I say that, Jacinta? Is this yeah? Because like you're like, how's that girl single? She's so beautiful. And she is such a role model. And I esteem her so highly. And then I'm going to let her, while I'm sharing my screen, give you some of her credentials because she is a medical professional. And yeah, and then we'll get started. So Jacinta, introduce yourself, you wonderful, beautiful sister.
All right. So I'm Jacinta Ford. I am a physician assistant. I work in primary care. I've been practicing for over 10 years now. Um, I really have a passion to help people, which is why I went into the healthcare business in the first place. And over the last five or so years, I was myself introduced to more natural ways of helping your body, helping support your body, helping support your immune system. God has placed everything that we need here on this earth in plant medicine. When you go way back to biblical times, they didn't have modern medicine like we have now. So whatever was working then, it worked. So it still works today. So I'm just thankful that I've been able to, that he allowed me to be introduced to this wonderful company, Doterra, learning how to use essential oils, taking healthy supplements that are all natural and that are 100% here to help your body. So today we're just going to really talk a lot about how to boost your immune system, the things that I and my family do to boost our immune system so that we stay healthy in this time. Because you all know what's going on in the world today and all the threats that are there environmentally. And I just want to be here to let you know from a healthcare standpoint, from a medical professional standpoint, that there are other ways that you can support yourself.
Yes, and Jacinta is very qualified. We're going to get into her testimony a little bit because not only is she qualified in training and working in a practice every day, but she started with herself as the patient first, and she had some unique challenges that are very, very common that people just feel like they may have to suffer with. But we're going to get into it because, honey, she has got some victories that she's going to share with you. So one of the things about our company that Jacinta and I both love is this is our motto: pursue what's pure. And what that means is Doterra is a company that is a cut above the rest. And as a matter of fact, it's in its own category because it's the #1 essential oil company in the world. But we're not just oils. Actually, our most ordered product are supplements. And we are a one-stop shop for all things natural if you're trying to transition into that natural life. And what I mean by transition is we transition our spending little by little or as you go to transition from the things that are chemical and that are harmful to things that are natural and wonderful as we need them and as we can. So it's not additional spending after your first purchase. It's transitioning into this life of pure plant-based supplements, oils, medicine, cleaners, skincare, spa products. I mean, it's just on and on. And it's every product, toothpaste. I mean, just go on. Our toothpaste is the best in the world. Like there's no toothpaste better than our toothpaste. Everything we have is the best. And so we'll tell you more, a little bit more. We're not going to get on toothpaste, but we're going to tell you a lot about that tonight. And then we're just going to go on here. And the next slide is where it all began for me. Was I had a bronchial infection for 2 years. I found one oil called Breathe that we're going to talk about tonight. And in 3 nights, it was gone forever. That might not be everybody's testimony, but it was mine. And the reason it was gone forever is because I thought, if these things work, I'm using all of them. And I started incorporating this into my lifestyle. And Jacinta, I want you to tell us about, gosh, you have so many wins with oils, but two of your my favorite testimonies are, first of all, tell us about your head tension, and then tell us about your seasonal threats, just to get started. Yeah, and we'll talk about the products later and get into that, but tell us about your struggle that you had.
Okay, so I have suffered from chronic head tension, and I have to say that because I can't say the M word. So if you guys can, figure it out. I've suffered from this head tension ever since I was about 8 or 9 years old. So, I had to go home from school a lot because I would always have this issue with a lot of pain in my head. And I basically have suffered with it all my entire life. So as I got older, I came to the realization that, okay, this is just a part of my life. I'm always going to have to deal with this. And so when I was first introduced to Doterra, I had some people, two people specifically, who actually introduced me to essential oils initially. And at first I was like, what is an oil going to do for me? I mean, seriously, how am I going to put some oils on my head or on my neck? And then this is going to take away this head tension that I've had for years. And I know usually medication doesn't even help. So the first time I tried it, it took the edge off, and I was thinking, oh, that's just placebo effect. It's not really happening. It's all in my head. And then the second time I tried it, it really took the pain away in a matter of a half an hour. And I was mind blown, because this particular time was probably one of the worst episodes that I had in, pretty much forever. And so once I had that experience with the oils, I really started thinking, there really might be something to this. If putting a little drop on the temples and on the back of my neck of oils is, took my pain away that quickly, then this is something that I need to do more research into. So, and through using the oils and taking my supplements regularly, doing cleanses, which we actually just started a cleanse yesterday, I have been able to reset my body. And I am so thankful to say that it has been 2.5 years since I have had an episode with those chronic head tension episodes. So that is nothing but glory to God. And I'm just so thankful that I've been able to be introduced to this wonderful company and be able to help my body and to live a fuller life. So that, it was amazing for me. And then I knew at that point that, this is something that has helped me in so many ways. And so that's why I want to help you. I want to let you all know, what is going on, what you can do. There are other ways that you can help your body heal naturally and help support your systems in so many different ways. So that's like the biggest thing, that the most amazing life-changing event that I've had with the oils. And then the other thing is, I have also suffered from seasonal threats, runny nose, itchy eyes, sneezing, all of that stuff. And so I have also been able to use my essential oils along with some of the supplements to help support that too when the seasons are changing. And if any of you are local here in Ohio, how our temperatures and weather changes up and down. I mean, we were 60 degrees at Christmas, so it's been crazy. So we go up and down. So we have a lot of issues with all of these seasonal issues. And Doterra has changed my life and my family, my kids' lives too, with regards to that, because we all use the supplements, and 2 of my sons actually really suffer from those seasonal threats as well, and they have had wonderful results.
Yeah, so there's a science called epigenetics that says, speaking of your boys inheriting, the same struggle, there's something in the science called epigenetics, which says that you can change the DNA and the trajectory of your health by your habits. It's a newer science, and some of the most prominent doctors, actually, I just bought a new book called Undo It by one of the most prominent doctors in the world. He's actually one of Oprah's doctors and one of Bill Clinton's doctors. And he is talking all about how that you can undo the damage of dis-ease in your body by healthy habits. And this is a real thing. And doctors are finding out that when you go to the doctor, instead of going for a specialist for neurology and cardiology and a podiatrist and all everything, that what doctors are finding out now, that everything is connected. And this is something that's been missing. Even your emotions are connected. And Jacinta and I are going to talk a little bit about that tonight. So I hope you're excited about that, because we've got a lot to teach you. And Jacinta, thank you for sharing your huge wins. And I know that's the tip of the iceberg to what you've been able to do to treat yourself and your family. So we want to talk a little bit about what sets doTERRA apart. So Jacinta and I both are in love with this company for so many reasons, more than just how awesome the oils are and what they've done for our family. We talk about both sides of the bottle. Okay. So we get the bottle in our house and it brings healing and blessing to us. But Jacinta, you want to talk a little bit about what's on the other side of the bottle? What happens? What does doTERRA do for the growers and the people that harvest these plants for us?
Absolutely. So doTERRA has what's called co-impact sourcing. And basically what that is our essential oils are sourced all around the world from locations that provide the optimal conditions for the potency and the purity of the oils. They basically go right to the source where God put the plant to work with the farmers and basically get the purest quality of the oil that we can. There's no middleman there. So the growers are organized into co-ops, and that creates them jobs, which provides also education and improving their income. This is improved growing and harvesting practices achieve optimal oil yield and ensure the sustainability of their community. The growers receive stable pricing from a trustworthy long-term buyer, and then what ultimately will we end up with is consistently higher quality oil.
Yes, and we also have exclusivity to the best plants in the world because of the way that they're treated by doTERRA. We build schools, we provide them housing in many places where they didn't have good housing. You see the woman there carrying the wintergreen, that is in Nepal. Their homes their life expectancy was 50 years old. And doTERRA went in there and like, okay, why are these people not living past their 50s when, they eat healthy and they're in this beautiful, clean environment? Well, it was because they had to build fires in their homes in the winter because of the cold. They live up in those mountains, and the things that get into their lungs was making them have early death and lung disease. So doTERRA had their engineers engineer a home specifically for them, build them in the mountains of Nepal for them, okay, so that they could be healthy and live a long life. And then they built them schools and a trade school for their children that were being human trafficked, so that the kids would learn a trade and be able to stay in the country if they wanted to. So many things. And this is just one example out of hundreds of examples all over the globe. So this is one of the reasons we love this company. They talk much more about this than sales. They don't really talk about sales at all in our conventions. They talk about how they're changing the world. And we love that about them. Also, we have unmatched quality. We have a standard that we are setting for the worldwide. So in case you didn't know, the essential oil industry is unregulated. So anybody can put a label on something and say it's 100% pure essential oils. Anything, actually Amazon sells doTERRA essential oils that are fake. We can't do anything about it. It's totally unregulated. So we have set a new standard for essential oils. Our plants are harvested in their natural habitats. They're beyond organic. They're verified pure, free of fillers, pesticides, and contaminants. And we have a stringent third-party testing, and every bottle of oil is, before it gets to our house, it's tested 52 times by a third-party tester, and many times from doTERRA, from the field to our labs and everything in between, so that there's no harmful side effects and it's the safest for our families. That's why we will put these things in our body, and we'll talk about that a little bit as we go. So before we continue, we want you to take notes as we go through this section. So we're getting ready to talk about some things, and we want to talk about you in this section. We really want to talk about you and your health concerns. So here's also a little page that from our ebook, but you can just take notes and you can ask us questions either in the chat or actually, as a matter of fact, if you can in the chat right now, just tell us where you're from and say hi. And at the end, we'll take questions. Want to talk about this, Jacinta?
Yes. All righty. So basically, what are your top 3 wellness goals? So what we try to do is try to figure out what it is, what type of ailments or issues that you are most concerned about. So basically, write down, not right now, if you're able to take notes, what your top wellness goals are. So if you want to learn more about immunity, or you want to learn more about your respiratory system, to help to support those things. So basically, what are the 3 most important things that that you want as a wellness goal?
Yes. All right. Hey, Jackie, welcome. I see you here. It's nice to see you. Yes. And then the other thing is, I want you to think about, Jacinta, if I would have said to you, knowing your, just say top 2 that you had, what would your life look like if you didn't have to deal with that horrible head tension that you'd had since 8 years old and seasonal threats? Would you have believed me that you could live a life without those, just using natural solutions?
Definitely not. Like I said before, when someone the first person who told me to put this oil on my head and on the back of my neck, I thought they were crazy. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. There's no way. Like I said, I had come to the realization that I thought that I was going to have to take medication for these things for the rest of my life. And boy, was I wrong. And boy, am I glad that I was wrong. There's no way that I because I didn't know about it, I didn't think that there was that ability to treat or to support those things without other meds over the counter or prescription medications.
Yeah, because you think if it existed, someone would have told me, right?
Exactly.
Especially being a medical professional. But this is the cool thing. We get to tell people, and we love to tell. We love to tell. So yes, I want you to think about the ailments that their top 3 concerns. What would your life look like without those? And then let's go forward, because this is exciting. We've got some good news. So just write down your top wellness goals, and we will talk about them at the end. So write them down, or you can type them in the chat. All right, so let's talk about what are essential oils. So we're going to get into a little science here. Don't worry, it's not going to be too much. Some people love the science. If you love the science, give me some hearts or something in the chat. If you don't, say hurry up. So what are essential oils? Essential oils are basically natural aromatic compounds extracted from plants for various health benefits. So they're nature's defense mechanism. And hey, Shasta, and for plants and cells. So the same defense mechanism that you see the peppermint plant here, okay? If you take that peppermint plant and you crush it, a fragrance is released. Those are little oil sacs that are on the leaf of the plant. And those are for the defense of the peppermint plant so that it can ward off, bugs and things that would try to attack it, or animals that would, like deer, that would want to eat it, right? So it's the protective part of it. Well, it works sort of like that with our body. The human cell and the cell of the plant are completely identical in their structure. So why essential oils are effective is essential oils can pass through the cell membrane because the human cell and the plant cell are perfectly compatible, have the same structure. And the human cell has a lipid wall, and the essential oil is a lipid, oil being a lipid or a fat, and it easily passes through the cell membrane. And that doesn't happen with modern medicine. Okay. So essential oils work at the cellular level to protect the cells. And if you don't heal the cell, you don't get well. Okay. So they naturally provide a versatile ability to combat threats and health concerns without building up any resistance. So they can treat the symptoms and address the root cause. Jacinta, tell me what you know about the cellular support here.
All righty. So basically the way the oils are able to support the cell is, like Jana said, the oils can go directly into the cell. So basically what they do is they start to heal the cell from the inside out. And like she said, modern medicine doesn't do that. It attaches to different things in the cells and in the body. And that's how it masks, different symptoms of what you're having. It doesn't actually fix the problem. It just masks the problem.
Right. That's what modern medicine does. So the essential oils get to the root of it. So modern medicine cannot penetrate the cell unless it's something severe like chemotherapy, which destroys the cell. And then we know what effect that has. So essential oils have a beautiful way of working back with their body that modern medicine cannot do. Water-based synthetics cannot do. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about peppermint. We saw the little picture of peppermint here. Tell me about peppermint, Jacinta.
Peppermint is an amazing oil. It promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. It definitely helps promote digestive health, and it also helps to boost your energy. So if you're feeling a little down on energy or a little fatigued, peppermint's a great way to diffuse or inhale, and it helps to boost that energy levels. And so our bottle of peppermint is, basically all of our oils are super concentrated because only one drop goes a long way. And so for instance, with our peppermint, 1 drop of peppermint oil, it would be equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So that is extremely potent.
That's for sure. And this is the most powerful form of plant-based medicine. So, a lot of times people will say, well, I drink the tea, or I take the herb in a capsule or something, but 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs or any other form of plant-based medicine. That's what essential oils are. And that's why they're the best form of plant-based medicine to use. Now we're going to go through the 3 ways to use essential oils. First of all, let's talk a little more science aromatically. So when you inhale the oil, so, you can take a drop of oils, you can put it on your hand, and then you rub your hands together, and you can do this kind of thing, and you just get a big whiff. And what happens is the hypothalamus, which is behind the nose, your nose is an extension of your brain, and it begins to smell and intake those little molecules, those volatile molecules, and it begins to work back with your brain and send signals of healing. And it works back to the amygdala. And this is the seat of your emotions, the seat of your blood pressure, your heart rate, and it begins to send. So I'm smelling grapefruit right now, and that's kind of invigorating and helps with metabolism and hormones, and it sends signals. So our hormones are signals or messengers that signals ride on, and it starts to work back with our body. So this is all science. Inhalation produces profound physiological and psychological effects. So what you breathe affects your mood. Okay. So it cleans and purifies the air, and it supports a healthy respiratory response and healthy breathing. So we need extra respiratory support right now. We know that the thing that's going around right now that begins with an O, it lives in the nose and the mouth. So having really good things to support that you can inhale, and good oral care with our mouthwash and toothpaste is really, really helpful in fighting that thing that's going around. I'm going to let Jacinta tell us the second cool way to use essential oils.
The second cool way to use essential oils is topically. So you can apply on the bottoms of your feet is a great way, on the back of your spine. And those are 2 really good ways because the oils get into the skin, they get into the bloodstream, and it helps to interact with the nerves as well. That's why we put it over the spine, and it starts healing the body. Because our nervous system is the central system for the entire body. So those oils can get in there, and it starts to heal once you apply those topically. One drop of essential oil can service every single cell in your body. From the bottom of the feet, it reaches your bloodstream within 30 seconds. Apply to your feet, your chest, the back of the neck, head, other troubled areas, so like joints. I like to also put it on my wrists. That helps, just if being on your hands and close to your face, you're getting an aromatic application as well as the topical by doing that. And then for sensitivity, skin sensitivities, you can dilute with a carrier oil. Fractionated coconut oil is one that we often use, but any carrier oil can be used to do that, like with olive oil or jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. So there's a lot of different carrier oils that you can use to apply the oils so that it doesn't cause skin sensitivity.
Yeah. And then the third cool way to use essential oils is internally. And I have to give you a caveat here because only doTERRA can be used internally. It's this link right here in the blue. You can click on it. Yeah. So internally, you can drop them under your tongue. You can take them in a veggie cap. So we have these little capsules where you can make your own capsules. They're clear, and you just take the capsule apart and you drip the oils in there, and you can blend the oils in the capsule. You can make it particularly what you want it to be. So it nourishes the whole body, includes the digestive system, the mouth, the throat, the liver, and the urogenital tract. So you can support your whole body taking these internally. We make capsules. I do, and probably Jacinta does too. Jacinta, what do you take under your tongue every day?
I take frankincense and Copaiba under my tongue every morning and every night. Frankincense is excellent because it helps support your the cells. And it also is great for moods. It's great for skin too, but I do it mainly because it helps the cellular support. And I want all of my cells in my body to be healthy. So that's why I take my frankincense every day.
Yeah, and it's just a super good way when you have threats, when first sign of symptoms, we really start loading up on, when we mean loading up, just a couple drops is a dose, but we can really treat things that are going on in our body. And we teach you how to do that. We have a private Facebook group for our members, and all the things are on there so that we teach you how to do it. And you can even use it as a search or a reference page. We also have classes that are on demand on Facebook and on our website that you can go take, and you can learn to be an oil expert. And that's included with your membership if you join our team, right, Jacinta?
That's right.
Okay, so here's some of our favorite solutions. We're going to go take some notes on what stands out personally about each oil. We already talked about peppermint. So this is a great one. My husband uses this every morning instead of Advil, just to take the edge off when he wakes up in the morning. He have, a little dull headache, and he inhales it, or then he'll put a drop on each temple. And then if that doesn't work, he can sip it in water, but usually just applying it topically is what he needs. Lavender, let's talk about that. Jacinta, what do you like to use lavender for?
I love to use lavender for relaxation. The other thing is I like to use it for topically. So, for burns. As a matter of fact, one of the testimonies that I always tell is it's been a few years ago, but my daughter was taking something out of the oven, and her hand touched the top of the oven, and it burnt her. And you can see, the burn on the skin where it was going to start to blister. Well, I remembered that from a class. I was like, oh, lavender is good for burns and for skin. So I grabbed some lavender, put a drop on there, and we rubbed it in. She never even blistered. And this is from touching a hot oven. So it really helps with that. Lavender is also one of the oils that helps with those seasonal threats. Yeah. And not only that, it also helps with head tension. So, lavender, it has so many different uses. Actually, every oil has hundreds of different uses. But these are just the things that I typically use it for. When I first got my oils in the mail, when I first signed up, the first thing that I used lavender for was to help my twins sleep, because they literally every single night between 1 and 2 a.m. would get out of their beds and then come into the bed with my husband and I. And I was tired of it. And I was like, I know everybody talks about how lavender works for sleep. So what I did is I put a couple of drops of lavender on both of their mattresses in their beds. And that was the first night that they slept all night through without getting up. And it was so crazy because I woke up at 5 o'clock and was afraid because I was like, where are they? So it worked that well that it frightened me that I woke up because they weren't in the bed with me at the time. But the lavender works excellent.
That's so good. Let's see which one is next here. These are some of our top 10 oils. Another one is Breathe. That's the one I talked about, is support your respiratory system. That's the one I started with when I had my bronchial infection for 2 years. Put it on the bottom of my feet for 3 nights, and the rest is history. I do diffuse it sometimes, but I don't even hardly use it that much because I don't have those problems anymore. But it's great to use at night if you have a snorer or if you just want your airways to open up at night. And if you have respiratory issues like asthma, I'm not supposed to say that. Didn't say that. Any kind of respiratory issues, it is good support, and you can use it while you sleep. And then also lemon. So I'm going to have you talk about lemon is great for cleaning. It's great to drink in your water. But Jacinta, what do you use lemon, lavender, and peppermint for?
Lemon, lavender, and peppermint are the trio that helps with seasonal threats. Yeah. So now we've got all 3 of them up there. I did forget to mention that peppermint was one of them, but those 3 together, I put them in a roller. And as a matter of fact, I've got one right here. It's called Seasonal Zen. And it's got all 3 of those oils in it. And that's what really helps. Roll it on the bottom of the feet, on the spine, again, the wrists and the back of the neck. And that really helps to just kind of support those seasonal threats. Absolutely. The other thing about lemon that I absolutely have to say is it's an excellent detoxing agent. So that I drink lemon in my water all day long. I especially support myself with doing that when I'm doing the cleanse. Like I said, we started that yesterday. So I've been drinking lemon in my water consistently all day long.
Yeah. And it's just good every single day for that. It's also great to clean with. It's also a goo gone. You can use it to take off stickers and glue and gum out of the hair. I mean, when I tell you lavender is good for bug bites, peppermint is good for a spider spray. Bugs hate most oils, and mice hate peppermint. I mean, there's so many things, you guys, that you can replace in your medicine cabinet, in your life. Digestin is basically supporting your digestive system. So a drop around your belly button, anything from chronic diarrhea to chronic constipation, a drop around your belly button and make something happen. You can also use it for sinus relief, drainage or mucus. So this is fantastic oil. I mean, there's so many things. We're going to try to get through this quickly. Deep Blue is for joint and muscle pain. So this is one you only apply topically. You do not take this one internally. All the rest we've talked about so far are Breathe and Deep Blue. You don't take internally, but it says that on the side of the bottle. So no worries. Deep Blue is great topically for instant relief for muscles and joints. Copaiba, this is one you mentioned, Jacinta, that you take under your tongue.
Yes. Copaiba is excellent for nerve support. And it actually is like an enhancer. So when I use the frankincense, the Copaiba basically enhances the effects of the frankincense. So Copaiba is one that helps to drive the effects of whatever oil you use it with. It just basically intensifies the effect.
Yeah, we also have people often ask us, do we use CBD oil? And no, we do not, because it has psychoactive effects. But if we don't need it, because Copaiba has the similar good attributes without the bad, and it doesn't need a binder, and it doesn't cause any psychoactive effects, and it's much cheaper and it's much more effective. So we love Copaiba. It's one of our daily blessings. Tea tree oil, most people know about tea tree oil. It's like antifungal, antiviral, anti-everything. And it's good for any kind of fungus among us. So whether it be dandruff or itchy scalp or, athlete's feet, or, just anything that has fungal, nail support. It's just a fantastic oil to have in your medicine cabinet. And adaptive is one that we use for emotional issues. And we're going to talk about that a little more because there's a new kit with adaptive in it. and On Guard. There's a new kit that's On Guard centric. So we're going to talk about that as we move forward, because we're getting close to being done here. Before we go further, we're going to have to talk about our number one product in doTERRA. This is one that Jacinta and I can totally agree with. I see Sherry on here. Sherry's going to say 100%. You can put it in the chat, Sherry. And Shasta, how much you love your Lifelong Vitality vitamins. So Jacinta, tell us about these vitamins and how they've changed your life.
Okay. So the Lifelong Vitality vitamins are basically formulated to provide you with targeted levels of essential nutrients and powerful metabolic factors for optimal health, energy, and longevity. So these different vitamins there's a food nutrient, which helps us to get all of the vitamins that we're lacking in our food. As you all know, our soil is not as good as it once was. So even our foods that we eat, even our organic foods, the vitamins are not as prominent as they used to be, say 50 to 100 years ago. So the food nutrient helps us to put back in what we're lacking, and it helps us give us a good balance. So while you're eating healthy, you also want to make sure that you get the additional vitamins that you're missing out from the vitamins we don't have in the food. Mm-hmm. And then there's also an omega, E-omega, which has all of the essential omega oils in it. It helps to support a healthy cholesterol system, healthy heart. And then there's the
alpha serus, which is cellular support.
Cellular support, yes.
Yeah.
Our Lifelong Vitality vitamins are actually not one that I started originally. I didn't know the value of LLV. And the first time I started taking them was when I did a cleanse for the first time. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I kind of felt like, oh, that's a lot of vitamins to take. But once I did, what I realized is that time during those 30 days that I did that cleanse, that was the first time I went 30 days without that head tension issue. Wow. And I didn't realize it until the end of the cleanse. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so what I found is, there were times where I wasn't taking them consistently during that first year. But what I realized is my energy was lacking. My mental clarity was down. I was having major skin issues and things like that. But once I started taking these more consistently every single day, it's a game changer.
And tell us about your weight loss that you had. I mean, it's hard to remember, but it's been a while. But tell us about just the side benefit that you didn't even really plan about the weight loss.
Right. So when I did do the cleanse, which I was, like I said, I was taking the LLVs every day. I lost 20 pounds in 30 days. And that was just implementing the doTERRA cleanse overall. I had never done an extensive cleanse like that before. I'd done maybe a 7 or 10 day cleanse with a couple of supplements, but it was nothing as effective as the doTERRA cleanse was for me. And not only did I lose 20 pounds that time, I did it again later on in the year and lost another 14 pounds. And then did it again the following year and lost another 19 pounds. So I lost almost 60 pounds with doing the cleanse, and I've been able to keep most of it off. And then this darn pandemic hit, and like a lot of us, I've put back on a few pounds then, but I'm going to get back on track. But overall, I've maintained a 40-pound weight loss.
Yeah, and we've started a cleanse yesterday, and it's not too late to get in on it. If anybody wants to jump in on that, we can give you that information as well. So these really support every system in your body, your brain, your eyes, your nervous system, anti-aging, age management. They are the optimal range. Some vitamins, like some people think, oh, the mega vitamins, I need thousands and thousands of milligrams of everything. No, these are perfect, because if you get too much, your body just spits them out and don't use them. These are perfectly balanced in all the nutrients you need. So if you want to learn more, you can screenshot that what is it called? I can't remember. No, the little things.
The little
the QR code. Yeah, and it'll give you a guide and an ebook about more information on the LLV. So there's an ebook right there that you can get if you screenshot. So I'll leave that up for a second. And then we also love our Terrazyme, which is our digestive enzymes. We could talk about those all night, in our probiotic, and we can tell you how to get those for $20 each. Or if you buy the cleanse, they're included. We get them for $20 each every month with on a discount when we design our own vitamins. So the easiest ways to get started. How do you get these oils? This is what you want to know. You're like, enough already. Tell us how to get these things. So first of all, you can buy them retail. If you want to pay the most expensive, highest price for them, you can get them retail. But Jacinta, we don't shop like that, do we?
No way, Jose.
It's the highest price with no perks. Second way is a wholesale account. So you can pay $35. It's sort of like buying a membership at Costco, and you get 25% off everything you purchase for a year. And that's a pretty good deal, right? Mm-hmm. Pay $35, you get 25% off, and it's, you get lots of perks. But the third way is the best way. And this is the best value, the smartest shoppers, which we all are. It's a starter kit, and you bundle with the starter kit and you get a free membership. You don't have to pay the $35. Repeat after me. I don't have to pay the $35 if I get a starter kit, because people are like, wait, I don't have to pay $35. No, if you get a starter kit, and one of the bundles that we're going to tell you about, there's no $35, and you get the wholesale membership for an entire year. It's the best value because also they're discounted bundles. So Jacinta, this is our first new kit that just came out at midnight last night. It's called the Evolve You Immunity Kit. Now, I see some of our members on here, and you can get this too. And what this includes is a free 1-year membership if you're not a member. It also comes with a Doterra Lifelong Vitality Pack. You get all 3 of those vitamins that we just talked about. You get On Guard soft gels, and we didn't talk about On Guard, so we're going to talk about it now. Talk about it, Jacinta. What does On Guard mean to you?
On Guard means everything to me. That is our immunity blend, and it's includes cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, wild orange, and rosemary. Yeah. And it's basically just a powerhouse of oils that helps generally support your immune system. I do take the On Guard soft gels every single day. As you know, since I work in healthcare, I am there in the face of all of these threats all the time. Mm-hmm. And this is what helps keep my immune system strong. I diffuse On Guard at work every single day. And it's in my office, and not only me, but the other providers that I work with. So I'm trying to keep us all healthy. And On Guard also, it gets diffused in our house every day. Mm-hmm. And the chewable tablets, which are new, they came out at convention last September. Those are amazing. They include the On Guard oil, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. All of those things are what we need right now to help support our immune system. And this is what I really wanted to share with you, because this is what's helping keep me healthy. I take these every single day faithfully. Mm-hmm. People ask me, how come you're not getting sick? Why aren't you getting sick? Because I don't slack. Everything you see on this screen right now, I take every single day. Yeah. I am amazed that Doterra came out with this kit. I'm so excited about it because I'm purchasing these things separately all the time. But these are what I take every day. This is what helps keep us healthy. The kids take the chewables every day. My older 2 take the On Guard soft gels every day. So I'm telling you, this is what we're doing. This is how we are staying healthy in this time. Yeah.
And this is a great way to get started with Doterra if this is your goal, to boost your immunity. And it's $147.50. And you get to be a member on our Facebook page, all of our education, all of that's included. So we would love to have you. Now we've got a couple more, all based on the Lifelong Vitality vitamins, because not only do Lifelong Vitality vitamins support your immune system in your body and every system in your body, they also support you emotionally. So this is a mind and mood kit. So if you know anybody that struggles with anxiety, depression, if you know somebody that who's not struggling with anxiety right now is like who I want to know. Like, this is one of the most stressful times in a human history, and we're living it, right? So this Evolve You Mind and Mood Kit includes the vitamins, adaptive, and let me tell you something we just sent tonight. The best way to use essential oils if you're going after something in your body is to hit it all three ways: diffuse it, apply it topically, and take it internally. This is how we defeat the things that we're going after. That's how Jacinta has defeated the things that she's talked about, the struggles she talked about. So the vitamins is a foundation. You take this adaptive capsules, it blocks the GABA in your brain, and it helps you process stress and anxiety, depression, even people that have more serious problems like PTSD. This helps support them emotionally so that they can better regulate their mood and mind and emotions. So keep that in mind. Also, kids can use the roller. There's a roller there. If you have a child and they can diffuse the adaptive in their room. It also helps me to sleep and relax. And then also, if your kid can take a small soft gel, they can even take these internally. Like if they're, what do you think, Jacinta, maybe more than 8 or 10 years old?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If they can swallow a pill, they can take that. It's just a capsule, a basic, a capsule. Not much bigger than like a Tylenol would be. So if they can take a Tylenol, then,
Yeah, for sure. Okay, now we have another one called the Relief Kit. And this kit has the Lifelong Vitality vitamins. It's $182.50. You get the turmeric, the Copaiba, the deep blue stick, which is what you apply topically for, oh my gosh, this thing's incredible. Like, it's just instant relief. The turmeric and Copaiba are like your best friend pain pills. And then the deep blue oil, which is also great to apply topically to just boost in another layer of pain relief. So if you know someone that has pain, this is or deals with pain or stiffness in their joints or their muscles, this is a great kit for them if somebody has pain.
Yeah, that's amazing too, because that kit right there is really going to target inflammation. With the turmeric and the Copaiba as well, and the deep blue, all of those things right there, and everything in there helps with inflammation.
Another, this would be great for an athlete. If you have an athlete in your family or somebody who does really hard physical labor, like my husband uses all this stuff because he has a really difficult job. My nephew, he's a superstar athlete in high school, comes over bumming Aunt Jana. He doesn't have to bum because I'm going to give him anything he wants. And he's like, Auntie Jana, I need another deep blue stick. I need some more deep blue. He comes and gets these capsules from me after a game, especially during football season. Like, please help me out. And now it's basketball season, and he comes and he's like, all my friends want my deep blue stick and I'm not giving it to them. So you got to give me some more to sell them. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, this really, really works. Now look at this. There is a complete kit that has all of them. Are you kidding me right now? So you can get 1 pack of vitamins. You can get the Mind and Mood Kit, the Relief Kit, and the Immunity Kit, all of it for $359. So this is amazing with your membership. Okay. So those are basically the ones that we're going to talk about tonight. There's some more kits. There's a kit if you want even more, you want a bigger kit. This is an awesome kit here. It's cheaper than $570. That's an old slide. But here's our Healthy Start Kit with 10 oils. The 10 oils we talked about tonight for $160 with a diffuser. And here is the Healthy Habits, which has the vitamins, 5 oils, and the digestin and the Terrazyme for $195. And here's the Healthy Essentials with the 10 oils we talked about tonight in the 15 ml, the big bottle with the diffuser. So that one's $249. So if you see any kit here that you would love to have, we're going to tell you about the perks of enrolling with Jacinta and I. Okay. So if Jacinta invited you to this class, she's going to send you a link to which kit you're interested in. And we are going to give you, after you enroll or before you enroll, we'll give you free consult to see like, okay, which one do I need? If you're like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know which one I want. Jacinta and I will jump on the phone with you, whoever invited you to this class, or if somebody else, if Shasta or Sherry invited you. And there is an exclusive team website that we have, a private oil community that we'll let you be a part of, that you can join. We have an education modules on there, and essential oil resources. We have loyalty rewards where you can earn free oils. We have monthly team raffles. We have a Facebook page with education and so much more. And then if you, we'll give you a free welcome gift for getting started if you join tonight. So we are going to stop this recording, and we just want to thank everyone. And we're going to ask for questions after we stop the recording. And if you watched us on Facebook, please comment any questions you have, because we can't see your comments right now. Please put the any questions in the comment, and we'll go back and visit, and we'll answer any questions that you have. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to stop the Facebook share. If I can just have a second. Oh, live on Facebook. Goodbye. Thank you, Facebook. Thanks for joining us. Stop the live stream. And then I'm going to